Madrid, the most luxurious, the most famous, and probably the most successful club in football. But the only thing they're known for right now is housing the biggest donuts within football. I don't remember a time where Real Madrid was this shit at football and this incompetent when it came to kicking a circular object. If you've been somewhat following Madrid, you would know that recently these guys have been absolutely honking. Ever since losing at Anfield, it seemed like Liverpool absolutely stole their soul, and Madrid were inspired by Liverpool's play style and started playing like absolute shit in the league. But to be honest, it's beautiful because not only have we seen Madrid turn into absolute crybabies, but I've also never seen the world of football this united to hate on a singular club. And I can't lie, it's beautiful to see. It's bringing tears to my eyes to see us all hand in hand, hugging each other, kissing each other, all in support of this Madrid downfall. I would rather stick needles through my ballsack than watch Madrid play against the low block, because these guys create about 0.008 chances a game. And you can see that by the results. A 0-0 draw to Rayo Vallecano, a 2-2 draw to Elche, who got a red card, scraping a 4-3 win over Olympiacos in the Champions League, drawing 1-1 to Girona. Cool, they beat Athletic Bilbao, but hey, everybody gets lucky sometimes. Even Liverpool win every now and again. And then the most embarrassing one, a 2-0 defeat to Celta Vigo at the Bernabeu. I understand I saw this game. The referee was absolutely shocking. But there's no excuse that these guys have that would warrant them losing 2-0 at home to Celta Vigo. I mean, some of the clips I've seen, I wonder, do these guys even train anymore? They're chilling at the training ground playing chess every day because clearly they're not drilling any football drills. I can't lie, I'm absolutely loving watching these Real Madrid fans just cry and moan every single week. I'm seeing certain Madrid fans actually say that they want Brahim Diaz not to get out of the squad, just to be eliminated in general. Do you know how crazy that shit is? But I can't lie, looking at some of these players, I can't even blame them. Mbappe, he's valid, bro. This guy, he carries the whole team. He scored about 100% of their goals all season. And the only players I can really give a pass are Camavinga, Courtois, and Carreras. Other than that, yeah, all these other guys, frauds. Vinicius, this guy, send him to Saudi right now or send him to Brazil. This guy is not Brazilian. I don't know what happened after he lost that Ballon d'Or, but it looks like every single atom or molecule of Brazilian genetics has been sucked out of his blood. This guy is not Brazilian, bro. This guy's from Puerto Rico. This guy is the Brazilian Garnacho, and nobody can convince me otherwise. I swear on my life, yeah, from the recent performances I've seen from both of them, Garnacho has impressed me more. In that Man City game especially, Vinicius was absolutely dog shit, and he had no excuse. He didn't have Mbappe occupying the left. He was one-on-one every single time with his defender, and he's got the decision making of a fucking toddler. And I tell you what, yeah, Rodrigo, he gets no minutes, but what he did in that City game absolutely showed up Vinicius. I genuinely don't know what PEDs Vinny was taking in the 21-22 season, 22-23 season, and the 23-24 season, because clearly he's not on it anymore, because he's not the same player. I swear that I could ramble on for 3 hours straight about how shit Vinicius is at football. Bellingham, this guy, someone get him to modeling, bro. He had one good performance against Barcelona, and then he's gone back to fucking whinging and moaning and flailing his arm around every single game. Wait, is that low-key kind of gay? Because I just suggested that he should go into modeling. Pause, bro. Big pause. But you get my point. This guy has been stinky since the El Clasico. And you know what? Yeah, even though Rodrigo played well against Man City, I'm not letting guys forget that that's his first goal in 32 games as an attacker. You see this guy, yeah, he frauded his nationality, so he's therefore able to fraud his profession as well. And that's clearly what we're seeing now. And you know what? Yeah, I'm not even done on Vinny either. This guy needs to join a new sport. Maybe he should try diving with the amount he likes flopping around the pitch. Like I said, these guys have got two fake Brazilians. They've got a Bengali and a guy that's from Puerto Rico. And have you seen what these guys have got going on for Xabi Alonso? These guys are giving this guy the most brutal ultimatum I've ever seen in football. Essentially, they're saying win your next 3 games, otherwise you're getting booted. And at this point, yeah, I'm fed up, because I was saying Ancelotti's a fraud, which I think he is. But Xabi Alonso is not a fraud. He won the league undefeated at Leverkusen. At some point, it's not the manager's fault, and it's just the team's fault. This team has to be the most egotistical crybabies, the most entitled players I've ever seen. Look back at Madrid squads from the past year. These guys had achieved way more than the squad has achieved now, and yet they were listening to the manager wholeheartedly at every point. At this point, even getting Zidane, I don't even know it would save some of these guys. Vinny, yeah, this guy's attitude is the worst thing I've ever seen. He dropped one good performance against Barcelona this whole season, and now he's asking for a raise. He's asking to make more than Ronaldo was at Real Madrid. And when Ronaldo asked for that money, the best player in the world at the time, by the way, he got booted out the club. So if I don't see Vinny to Al Hilal, to Al Ittihad, to Al Nasser, here we go, in January, the game's gone. Because there's no way they can win with this fraud of a player in their team, this taxi driver, this bin man. Somebody get him out of this club. And like I said earlier, the only guys I'm gonna give credit to, Mbappe. This guy, cool. He might not run, he might not track back, but what he makes up for it is in goals. His ethic is probably as bad as Vinicius's, but at least he does something when he gets the ball. At least he scores goals. Another guy, Carreras. This guy, I think he might be the most underrated signing that any club made over the summer. He's gone so under the radar. And you even saw in the Man City game, he was probably Madrid's best player along with Rodrigo. He was absolutely class and he did so well against such technically sound right-hand side for Man City. Cherki and Bernardo both coming down that side. And for Madrid fans, I'm sorry, bro, but you guys are also entitled. But you know what? I don't even blame you right now because your team is playing like absolute shit every week. You know, this is giving me real vibes of Arsenal before we became good. So Madrid fans, just look for the light at the end of the tunnel because it does get better. But for this season, I don't even know where these guys go, bro. Real talk, these guys might just need to forfeit the season ASAP because they stink and they're not going to win the league. You know what, yeah, I say they sell every single player except Mbappe, Carreras and Courtois and just build a new team. Maybe a new manager, because you know what I didn't call Xabi Alonso out for earlier in the video? He's a liar. I've seen this guy lie to our face. He said he's going to bring the youth into the team this season, and what he's done is criminal. He's left Gonzalo on the bench, who was bagging for him like crazy in the Club World Cup. He's left Endrick on the bench crying. Like, what a poor bloke. He's not getting any minutes, and the guy just balling out in tears on the bench. And when he came on against City, he had an intent, he had a threat that Man City didn't experience for the whole game. And in fact, a threat that any team that has played Madrid this season hasn't experienced yet, which is an aerial threat. That header, for a guy that's 5'7" to be jumping that high, yeah, I know he's got tree trunks for legs, but it's impressive. And genuinely, I think if he starts getting minutes and Madrid nurture him properly, because they clearly don't care about the youth. They wonder how Barcelona get all these crazy young talents in, because they nurture them properly. Madrid don't do that. They've got an incredibly talented guy who's an absolute physical specimen. He's only, what, 18 or 19, and he's not getting any minutes at all. That's not only destroying his ability, his sharpness, it's destroying his mentality as well. They're speed running on how to ruin this kid's career, and I'm fed up with it because they've got players like Vinny getting 90 minutes every week whilst Endrick is baking off on the bench. I'm tired of this now. But Madrid, I sincerely hope that maybe you guys learn a bit of humility before you climb back up the ranks, because you guys are insufferable. The club, the fans, everything. Okay, maybe not the fans so much. Actually, I take that back. The fans aren't that bad. They're just upset at the moment, and I don't blame them. But the inside people at the club, absolute cretins, in my opinion. They are so entitled. They are so like, I mean, entitled is the only way I can describe them, really. So I was trying to think of another word, and I couldn't. But, folks, that's all I have time for today. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs up anyway. If you want to see more stuff like this, I don't know, go on my channel. Subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff. Yeah, hit 700 subscribers recently, so thank you very much for that. You guys kind of hype my videos on the hype thingy. I don't know if you guys have ever used hype, because to be honest, I didn't know about it until about 2 weeks ago. Okay, maybe that's a lie, but I didn't know you could use it for channels. I only learned about it when it became a possibility for me to potentially use. So what you have to do, you just click off the full screen video if you're on like your PC or your phone. Click off the video, and you should be able to swipe right on the comments, and then you can hype the video. It helps it out a lot, puts me on a leaderboard, and it just, I guess, helps me to get out there. I love you guys a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know what the next one will be. Maybe I'll actually finally make that video on Liverpool, but to be honest, that all depends on their result on the weekend. Or I might make a video on Ronald Araujo, because he's been doing some interesting things recently, and I think it would be funny to give my 2 cents on them. But other than that, I love you guys very much. Take care and peace.